It's the kinetic energy, man. Kinetic energy, man. What did you say? DJ Potential, let's go. Yo, 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 yo. This is DJ Potential with the Kinetic PE Mix Show. I think I need a little bit of tea. So we are live in person. And I'm gonna take these headphones off because it's bothering me. But anywho, so we are live and it's good to see everyone virtually and everyone who's in the live in studio. Like recording session. Oh my God, we going crazy here tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. So this is a first. We are making history, folks. This is why we drinking to this. You're here. So man, we got a galore of folks that is here with us. You know, for those who can see what's going on. You know, you can't see, you know, everybody that's here, but you can definitely see these wonderful gentlemen who, you know, definitely came out, made the journey, made the trip to be here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to sit here with DJ Potential and my fiance, of course, my beautiful fiance over there who hooked up the hookah. She hooked us some nice tea. You know, like I love how women make it all like homey and you know and wonderful. And shout out to Soldier, Soldier Shop out there on Instagram. Thank you for joining us tonight. So we got a great show in store for you today. We're gonna interview these folks. You're gonna get a chance to know everybody. So we got Dummy Slick Productions in the house, and we got as well TH3 Boyz also. You know, and the connection was made by VT. So VT, he you know helped make the connection, help bring everybody that you will see here before you, and like man, like I said, I'm very humble, man, to bring this in and for us to be joined together like this. So with that being said, let's start off with some introductions. Many of you, you know, that's watching here, you guys can see, and as VT make his way back to the seat, you guys can see what's going on. So let's start from my left and make it all the way to the right here. And of course, we got some people in the background. We gonna let them get a chance to hop in and out too. And for my folks on Instagram, I will, you know, turn the camera around so you can see what's going on too. So my man's right here with the dreads.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Super happy to be here. Thanks,
Yes.
BT. Thank you guys for having us out here.
Welcome,
and this is exciting. I'm super excited to be doing this first interview. So it's really awesome.
Hey, this is history, man.
Yes, this is history. It is.
I tell them all the time, this is how it starts. This is where it begins.
Is.
Like
It's
you always
pretty
look
sick.
back at those stories, those startup times where you're first and where it all began. This is one of those.
It's awesome.
I'm proud to be here, bro. Thank you.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm Perry. Last name Perry, first name Perry. I just go by Perry all the time. My last name's Perry, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Kind of created TH3 Boyz with my guy Sean on. He's off to the side right now, but and been doing it for a long time. And just the enjoyment of music, riding bikes and stuff like that as well. I'm a BMX rider. I travel a lot with that, and that was a lot of fun. But now let's see if we can do some music and stuff like that with.
Hey, that man
Dummy
did
Slick.
Disney on Ice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
man
I
did
wrote
Disney
for
on Ice.
Disney on Ice and Ringling Brothers Circus. Yeah.
I love it. All right,
That
thanks,
was nice.
Perry. Thanks, Perry, man, for being with us, man. Is this your first time here to Milwaukee?
No. I am in Milwaukee every summer for Summerfest. We do shows there
Okay.
for BMX shows and stuff.
Okay, yeah, man. I mean, right here.
My name is Chris Carls. I met this all started. I met VT when we were out protesting and when all the George Floyd shit happened. So we met through that. Got really close. I was into like entertainment and stuff because I've always been, like entertainment, music, production, all that stuff. Like if you can entertain somebody and like make their life a little better, then that makes my life better at the end of the day. So that's how I started doing production. I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. I never really got into it. I started making music when I was like 17, but I never put anything out. It was just for fun. And then Perry and my boy D showed me like a whole new way, and now here we are. We got a collection. We got albums dropping soon, bro. It's nuts. We're ready. I thank you for the opportunity. I thank everybody in here for the opportunity. I got my beautiful girlfriend with me. This is all a blessing so far.
What's going on? Meg in the cut. Oh, hey. I don't get my tea ready party, y'all. Johnson, utmost representative, CEO of Modern Day Pharaohs. Pretty much, I brought my boys here. Been doing a lot of marketing and managing lately. I've been having a few people who really showed me, really told me that they serious, they're adamant about getting into this industry, like breaking a new ground. And with the experience I have, with the work that they've been showing me, I'm like, all right, I'm taking them under my wing. And like as he said, me and him formed a bond that's something it's beyond this anyway. So we got together. He showed me. I believed in the talent, and this is where we are. We basically getting out here. We're gonna let Milwaukee see us, let the Midwest see us, and we not hope to expand. We're gonna expand. This is where it starts. So VT back in the building. My brother got me back again. He been looking out for my people. Love. It's always love when we come here. But so today I brought y'all Dummy Slick and TH3 boys. So y'all go ahead, everybody. This y'all chance to, everybody always want to be there from the beginning. Hey, this your chance right here.
All right, man. Okay. So I definitely want to just highlight the people in the back, as well sitting in the cut, we got the girlfriend here, and then we got my man's right here,
Young Tweety.
Y'all go hear that shotgun.
And then right here, 38 scars.
That's my boy.
Okay.
That's my boy.
So like I said, we got a full house here tonight.
Modern Day Pharaohs
in the humble office studio of WTLB Transform You Radio. So man, we got a lot to cover tonight, and like I heard some great things as you guys were talking. I heard like how you guys got together, a little bit, and I even heard just the whole involvement in BMX, just hearing that in Summerfest, Perry, I want to start with that. Man, that's why I was stuck with me. Like, man, he was down at Summerfest, and I missed that. Like BMX, the two go together. Music and BMX go together because
you need music to get pumped.
You do. You need music to get pumped. When it comes with any sports, you gotta have that music to motivate you. Was that like the draw? Was that like the inspiration to kind of get involved with that?
With music?
Yeah, just kind of combining BMX and
Well, I've been riding since I was like 16 years old. I'm 29 now, and the same way in that manner, I've been like kind of working on music hand in hand. I wasn't really like good at BMX, and I wasn't really as serious as I wanted to be. Back then, it was just fun and games, just like the music was, and I don't know, it's just a nice passing time hobby to do just because. Why not? I have a laptop, whatever, and as the years gone by, especially being at the skate park B3 Racine, shout out Kuko for building that skate park. If that park wasn't there, I wouldn't be a BMX rider in general. So we've been down there for a long time. Years and years go by. I'm living at my house, and my boy needed a place to stay, and he's also a BMX rider too, which is Young Tweety. And I said, sure, come on in. and you know, he started finding like so many different styles of music and songs and stuff like that, and we would listen to him, you know, while we're riding, and just kind of just pumped up, just like another day at work type of thing, just at the skate park. Sure enough, he wanted to start rapping, and like the beats that he would find and everything were outstanding. And it was super like pumped. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go, let's do this. And ever since then, I think our first song was Intermission, and ever since then we just kept working more and more on music, and BMX. I just started getting bigger and better tricks, and then they started hitting me up, like Division BMX. Shout out Division BMX. Those are the guys that pretty much helped me go everywhere.
Right.
And it started off like at Summerfest. Division BMX is always there every year for Summerfest. Then one day he just hit me up. He's like, "What do you think you're doing for the next couple of years?" I was like, "I don't know." and he was like, "Well, one of the BMX riders got hurt, and they need another BMX rider for the Ringling Brothers Circus."
Right.
I was like, "Okay." I haven't seen that since like a kid, like on commercials and stuff like that. And so I lived on the train for about a year and a half. That shut down, and then back to BMX in Wisconsin, back to music again. You know, then one of the guys from one of the BMX riders from the Ringling Brothers Circus hit me up. Said, "Hey, are you content with your life?" And like, what are these questions like that people are asking me? You know, like what does that even mean? And it's like, okay, what do you want? Like, it's like, you want to try to ride BMX on ice? It's like,
oh, nice. Who the hell does that?
It's like, who's trying to do that? Disney on ice. It's like, why? They have ice skates and everything. But yeah, and that was just like 2 years ago, and I did that. Then coronavirus kicked in, kind of shut the whole place down, and just still been working on music and still doing shows. We just did Summerfest this last year for the first time, which was really exciting. And you know, we're here right now talking to you to this day. Just kept working on music, and if it wasn't for them clicking up, with me and him in particular, how did we use that house?
No, that's we want to make some.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So hold on. So you guys you guys like better somebody's house. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
I met my buddy Raphael on the same day. I went over there. I just started my. I went over there. I was working on logos and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm tripping. I start tripping when I get there a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm just working on my stuff, and then I meet him, and then I make a logo for him the same night, and we just you know what I'm saying, we just got to working on it together.
Yeah, but I do music.
Yeah. it was really beautiful. Like it's like
we've been
the
making
same.
music since 2006, bro.
You always meet people at like the right times. It seems like.
I just went over there. He's a skateboarder friend of mine. My boy Nick.
Oh.
And I've known him since like it's another different story. But,
Yeah.
Right.
I used to live on Winslow.
Okay.
And buddy stole some brownies from us. So he met my little brother.
Was he special brownies?
He met my little brother, and me and my brother would be at the time. He told like he didn't know we were related. Like he didn't know we were. He was telling brownies from Chris. And then my brother was like, "Chris, what?" And told him. And he was like, "Oh." And ever since then, like we're cool. I love him. He's like a little brother. All the people I meet, I'm like grateful to meet. Like they're all like little. It's a family, bro.
So Chris, I gotta ask you, man, you know, like, and this definitely pertains to the music because, like, you know, you highlight something special is like that engagement and like, and you know, reflecting on those moments, and then how you meet DT, you know, with the George Floyd situation, like, you know, has any of that showing up in the music, you know, like, is that how you speak and express and get that out to the people?
So when I write, it doesn't matter if the beat's happy, sad, does have sit, and I'll listen to a beat. When I'm like, this is the one. Doesn't matter how I'm feeling, I write. So it's all just you know, like it could be the happiest song, but the words are so deep, or it could be like the grungiest sounding song, but it's so uplifting. And like, it's all feeling, bro. Because we're human beings, so it's like that's all we have is feeling. Like our egos, you can't hold on to that forever.
Yeah,
so,
and I think that's like, and sorry to interrupt you. I think that's like, you know, part of like what like the culture is missing right now, man, is the fact that like, people focus so much on like what political party you is, like how you look, and and all that type of stuff. But everybody forget, like we all like are bleeding blood, and like and I see this room in here, man, and I can feel the love, man. And so has the music, like has that like kind of tied you guys like together, and like have you seen even your audience kind of like reflect what how you guys.
I think the bond that I built with him is like one of the strongest bonds I've ever built with anybody, because it's so like understand. It's like if I go to 100%, I'll start at 0%. We'll start working, and then he just makes it so that my sound is better. He tells me like what I gotta do to fix it and everything. So he's like hitting my 100%. He makes it 110%. That's the same thing. It's like the same thing with all my people. Like
Right.
If I didn't have my people, I wouldn't have my people. I'm grateful to all of them for making me. You know what I'm saying?
No problem.
Yeah. So PT, man, you over here. So PT, man, you over here. The same thing.
Your question, pretty much, I think it has in a lot of ways, because even though like we formed something that was beyond what we did, the situation, the protests and George Floyd, we formed a bond, and I came to call him my brother. But you know how sometimes things happen. You lose contact, you lose touch with people, but the music did do that. It brought us back together. It gave and that thing we both wanted to do. Yeah, that did. The music, it does that for everybody. That's why it brought me and Perry together. You know, and I met this guy over here just by hearing his music. Like I fell in love with this one song, and I gotta meet dude. I gotta find him, bring him. So yeah, the music, it definitely does that. Music, I mean, everybody knows. What you see now is, kind of front runners, and and some hardworking people. I can.
As we continue on here, and man, and I'm just sitting here, just like also thinking too, like when you think about like some of the music that has come out, like mainstream, like what specifically would you say differentiates you from like what everybody's hearing on the radio?
Well,
and we start with you, Terry.
I think it's different from what we hearing, simply because it simply is. I mean, like when you hear it, it's not like it's not like you never hear something like that before. We a lot of people do like like rock rap combinations and stuff like that, but it's almost too generic. You know what I mean? And it's almost the same kind of sound, almost. You know what I mean? And what we have is something that's like, it's like, I don't know. It's like you're going on an adventure every song that you hear. You know what I mean? And, like and so we have all the plethoras of like those genres, maybe except like orchestra, but we'll figure that out.
Okay, yeah, that's coming.
Yeah,
that's coming.
Yeah.
Trust.
So like we go through like rock and stuff like that. We'll stick it to one thing, but then we'll also like blend it in with other stuff. It's like literally creating a sweatshirt. You can't just have like a blue string or whatever. If you need red string, grab some red string, green string, whatever strings you need, wove it all together, and then dress comfortably.
I love that. I love that. So
yeah.
From your point of view, what do you feel?
So, from my point of view, it's firstly, if you have the guts to make a song, period, it doesn't matter if it's trash or not. You did that, so you can be proud of yourself for that. But I feel like the radio is too, not to say that the songs aren't great, and it's like but it's like you have to be too perfect. It seems like, and I feel like with us, it's like it's feeling. It's all everything I write based on feeling. So it's like you gotta feel it. You gotta be in the mood. You know what I'm saying? So like the stuff we make isn't generally stuff you would hear on the radio. It's more like it's hard, it slaps, bro. But it's like it's all dependent on your mood. So
I think it'd be good for the radio, though.
Oh
I mean, you hear all the stuff that people are talking about.
Oh, we gonna play it. We
That's
definitely gonna play it here. You know, so like if it's one radio station that's gonna play it, it's gonna be played here at WTL.
WTLB. I got something to say about mainstream commercial music. Life, and I stand behind that. I'm willing to bet my life on that. And that's not a statement I'm saying being born and raised there. That's not a statement I'm saying having lived there for most of my life. That's a true statement. The truest statement to ever been said. If you could search this globe, you go to the Midwest in the United States, you find Wisconsin, find little old Racine stuck between Milwaukee and Kenosha. You're going to hear some of the greatest music you've ever heard. And some of the greatest art you'll ever see also is there. But now, mainstream radio, listen, I got two things to say, and I'm going to keep it real quick.
Yeah.
First and foremost, it's dumbed down. It's horrible.
Okay.
75% of it is useless, and it's not even as good as what you can find elsewhere. Then also about mainstream, it's about, it's more so trends and marketing, obviously, but there's people who have that and actual quality music. That should get the shine, Everything could be trendy if everybody follows it or whatever, however, marketing, all those things. But I just think mainstream music, nah, man, they need to give us a go, because the mainstream music is different. Underground music, free, just creativity. That's really where it's at. And this is what's going on here. Mm-hmm. This is what's going on. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, like I said, any music to me is like, if you're on the radio for a reason, bro. So like
exactly.
Any music to me is like you made that shit, bro. So be proud of it.
Right.
If it's on the radio, that means one or two things. You either did the work or the music's that good. Some of them just do the work. Some of them got the money. Some of them do the work. Hard work beats talent, but talent don't work. Sometimes, you got the budget, you got the people behind you. You want to do 50 shows a day, yeah. But there might be that artist who just got that fire ass talent and that song and that just album that you would just never hear because they don't want to commit to trends and such things and be dumbed down and let the music just go nowhere. That's how I feel about mainstream. I'm fuzzy on
So I'm wondering, with as we kind of like along those lines and kind of switch gears a little bit, but not too much. What are some of your influences though? Like, who kind of influenced you, like kind of growing up, like far as music wise?
Like in particular, because I could honestly say everyone.
Okay.
And even the bad people, just because I don't know, it's just like, especially if you look forward to like maybe doing some music just for like, even for shits and giggles, but like everybody, both good and bad, just because I mean you need them. And then if you know what bad music sounds like, at least that's what you can avoid.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's a totally different approach to kind of think, kind of consider.
But if I was to be particular, I guess like Tech9 is like one of my favorites. Eminem. Of course, for his lyricism, for fun, I can go way deep. Like Tupac, Biggie, because they're poets and stuff like that. And it's just what people like my age or older or younger, it doesn't matter, listen to back when they were young kids anyway. Because you have your parents showing you music and stuff like that in the first place. So it's like, but it really is everyone, even the bad people, just because I don't know, I need them all.
For me, it's more like, so when I was like really young, it was like rock, because that's what my mom would listen to. I lived with my mom for the longest. So me and my brother and sister, we would all listen to rock, and it wasn't too much else then besides like R&B and like whatever would play on like the radio. And then when I got older and I started having my own taste and like was able to like have my own like spot for whatever I had that I was listening to music on. I listened to a lot of hip hop, because hip hop and EDM are my two favorite genres, because hip hop is beautiful because no matter what you're saying it on a beat and it's poetry. EDM, the whole beat is poetry. So those are my two favorite genres.
Yeah.
And then so when I started listening to hip hop, it was a lot of underground stuff. Like I love Wu-Tang. I love like Jedi Mind Tricks, all the Philadelphia sounds. I love anything that's like Immortal Technique. All the underground shit is just so cold to me because it's like they're saying what they feel. They're not saying it because they think it's gonna sound good. They're saying what they feel. And when I got older, Mac Miller was a very big influence.
Oh yeah,
it's like all my biggest influences are dead, bro. It's like Juice WRLD, any Nipsey, all of them.
They take all the great ones.
But Flatbush Zombies is one of the bands that I've been listening to since that shit got me through high school, bro. Eric the Architect, all of them are fucking cold. If I could ever do a song with them, bro, bro. But there's so many, bro. There's like, it's a hard question because there's so much that's influenced me, bro. Right. Hip hop and EDM as a whole are the ones that influence me the most.
Yeah. So if you could collab with anybody, you know, or if like, you know, someone sent you an olive branch and say, hey man, you know, I heard your stuff, you know, who would that be?
My top 3 out of anybody would be Joyner Lucas, Flatbush Zombies, and I just had his name. Come back to me. Fredo Bang.
Okay.
Fredo Bangs. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I'd probably choose like Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, CeeLo Green is a good one too.
Yeah. Those guys are.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know if let's pick a third. I don't know. I guess Lil Wayne.
Okay.
If I get CeeLo Green, it's got to be Gnarls Barkley. It's got to be.
Take Gnarls.
I'm a Gemini, so I get.
I'm not even an artist, but I definitely want to have. Will be like I will songs with my favorite stars featuring my guys. Like that would be dope. That would be so dope. That's who I want to collab with. Have my guys, like maybe 4 or 5 songs with just everybody, and then like my favorite rappers, singers, bands, whatever. I have Maroon 5 on that bad boy. I have Young the Giant on that bad boy. I have I have Nas on that bad boy. He's still alive. Can't have Biggie on that bad. T.I. on that bad boy. I mean, my top 5, but you know what? When we get into that, that's who I want to collab with right there. I collab with my favorite artists and all of my peoples. Make that happen. Joint venture, but something with for real.
In terms of like group wise, if I could work with any group, it would be Our Future Wolfgang.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
Maroon 5.
Tyler was also one of the big influences.
Yeah,
because he was like my age kind of.
Yeah, Tyler gets down too. So so speaking of like, you know, just like, you know, people that you work with, you know, and speaking of, you know, those two that are sitting the cut here, like they're sitting back, like ask no questions, like just come over here for a second. Come on, you know, switch out for a second. Let's have Tweety.
Young Tweety, 38 Scars in the building.
TH3 still here.
Okay, so
other artists, Modern Day Pharaoh putting out.
Hey, you got the whole thing. You got to show them mine.
Yeah,
Go ahead, sit down.
so we'll get the camera together, you know, so we got a little camera.
Both ways.
VT, can you work that camera?
Most definitely.
Wifey got it. Okay. All right.
It was there.
I forgot it was there.
Okay.
It is like
that's
blend in.
in the building.
What's up, buddy?
Bring it down a little bit.
Watch out, Perry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I can come back.
Bring it up a little bit. Up.
All right.
Oh, it's because you only don't care because the computer.
You gotta squeeze. Probably have to squeeze it.
You just sit still. It's all gonna work out.
I haven't had them on my ears the whole time.
They get all of this in post-production. I'm gonna be different.
Okay. So getting the camera situated while we change out. And spread the legs a little bit, you know, and not in the freaky way, but maybe later. It'll turn it to this way.
My boy, wow.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Oh, bring it up.
Bag it up. Bring it up.
Bring it up again. Some more.
Where's the water for
You
the
gotta,
tea?
yeah. Squeeze. You gotta squeeze.
Oh.
You gotta squeeze that little lip. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down a little bit more. Okay, that's cool.
Just imagine
Little
if
bit
he
low. Little bit
actually.
low. Sorry.
Just imagine if he actually made that song.
Okay,
like
good.
that.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you, babe. All right. She's a wonderful camera lady, you know. So, so we got Tweezy. And remind you again,
Young Tweety.
Young Tweety and
38
38 scars. Okay.
That's when you have to get your eyebrows.
So we just swapped up, and like man, you know. So tell me, you guys, give me you guys a little backstory, a little bit. You know, like we heard, you know, Chris and Perry's. You know, let's start with Young Tweety's.
Young Tweety, aka Sean.
Yeah, we can go without them. Yeah, like.
So pretty much everything started with Perry's mom helped me when I was homeless.
Shout out, mama.
Parents kicked me out, whatever it is, what it is. Still love them to this day. But yeah, pretty much everything started with moving in there. A lot of different things. I mean, I'm white. It's kind of weird being around that type of color, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they welcomed me in with arms out. Thank them. I mean, to this day, he's helped me out. Man, I'm 25 now. Time flies. Man, I was 18 back then. But yeah, everything started back then. He put on a beat. He was like, hey, freestyle. And I'm like, man, I can't freestyle. And ever since then, it just exploded. TH3. Yeah, we out here, man.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, so like before I move on to you know, 38 Scars, you know, just having, you know, like you didn't expect that you know that warm embrace, and like, you know, I remember having that culture shock myself, you know, on the opposite end.
Yeah.
You know, have that like, you know, been have that been like kind of like your motivation, you know, thus far, and has that helped you to kind of grow as an artist as well?
Yeah, it changed my life because you know, everybody, especially how the world is right now, everybody talks down, and it's not even like that. Like they welcome me in with open arms, and I thank them for that to this day. I mean, it's changed a lot, especially with the music, because I don't have to be scared to be someone I'm not. I can be myself. Like that's just the way it is, and that's the way it should be.
And I love that. You know, I think that's like one of the issues that, like, you know, people have is, like, you know, when somebody tell you, like, you know, like, that's not who you is, like, how the hell you know? Like
they don't,
you
just judging me.
right? Yeah,
The whole world
it's judging you, you know, and like we got that huge problem, like, you know, right now today. Thank you so much for that. You know, so 38 Scars, you know, like, man, you know, I know that's kind of hard to follow beyond, you know, but somebody with a name like 38 Scars, like, man, you definitely gotta have something going.
Well, the original name was Sacred 38 Scars, but when I met the crew, you know, they kind of, you know, I deal with a lot of anxieties. You know, I like to stay in the house.
Same here.
I like to get in my head. You know, I like to write and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I met VT, you know what I mean, it was a surprise because come to find out he's like real best friends with my eldest brother. I'm the second oldest. I got 5 brothers.
Shouts out Mel G.
Shouts out to Shorty 6'1". He making big moves too. You know, he a photographer. You know, he shoot videos. He do his own music. Shout out to Big Bro too, because he kind of inspired me to come out too. Okay. You know, so you know, I'm just a chill soul. You feel me? I like to write poetry. That's what I do. You know, and I express my life through, you know, poetry. You know, it's not to put anybody down, or it's kind of to uplift people to understand what I'm going through, that I'm going through the same thing, and that, you know, it's always a way out. Right. You know, you ain't got to be depressed. You feel me? But yeah. So writing poetry is what I do. You know.
Yeah, you don't need them.
Yeah, he don't need them.
It was just
You know, so
it was just
you know, but like so you started from poetry, you know, and you know, and for you it was a way to kind of deal with the anxiety. And like, I mean, man, like for someone who deal with anxiety myself too, you know, like especially, you know, returning back from the military, like dude, like I deal with a hell of a lot of that shit. Like, so I already know what you mean. You know, so like had you not like turn to anxiety, like turn to poetry to deal with your anxiety, man, you know, do you think that you would not be here right now? Like, what in what way would that had like, you know, shaped you differently?
Well, like stemming from childhood, I was in foster care, and been in the system all my life.
Right.
So my only way to escape from like abuse, drug abuse, not me using or anything like that from my surroundings and stuff like that. I was kind of like, I was a rough child to deal with, but everybody comes to their senses in life, you know what I mean? And that's what kind of steamed, writing poetry, because I always had somebody, a teacher, I don't remember her name, but this was when I was a foster kid. You know what I mean? She always told me to write because, like, in school, I always wanted to write. You know what I mean? So she told me to start writing down my feelings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then it led from feelings to just like writing full sentences. You know what I mean? And then since then, it's just been what I've been doing.
Yeah. So I really hear a parallel in both of y'all stories, believe it or not. It's like, you guys both like had to embody like who you were, and you guys like started wearing that on your sleeve, and like, and not really worrying about like what nobody had to say, once you was able to put that on pen. With you did it with freestyle, and seemed like that was like the best way for you to express it. Is there like really, for either one of you, like, a go-to song or a go-to like mood, as far as like a beat, that like, you need like, to really push out like everything that like, the world's giving you?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I go for like Suicide Boys, man, super underground. Like, man, I like the hard beats. I'm trying to tell someone how the hell I'm feeling. Like, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, cuss.
No, you good, man. Hey, we live, baby.
Man,
We live.
You don't lie over here.
Yeah, no lie.
No, like, man, I like the heavy hitters because I like like when you look at me, you don't think I make music, but once you hear it, you're like, okay, yeah, he got that, yeah. And I just like expressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it changed, yeah. Yeah, so like, man, I when I'm feeling down, I go for some sad boy, probably like Mac Miller. Mac Miller touches me too a lot.
Right.
When it comes to, because them last couple albums, you can tell the change because you go back to when you first started, it was a totally different rapper, and then you can tell what the fame did, what the money did, all that with the last two, and drugs and all that, and that shit changes you, man. That shit's crazy. R.I.P., man.
R.I.P. too.
Rest in peace, homie Mac Miller.
Yeah, legendary.
Well, me, like with music, like that's coming up, I really didn't have music. But then, like when I got out of foster home, I, ventured into like the inner city privately and stuff like that. That's when I started listening to like hip hop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I listen to all types of music, and when I write, it's kind of dark, you know what I mean, but then light, you know what I mean, and I have some good rappers that I like. I like Lil Wayne, one of my favorite rappers. I like a lot of Eminem. I listen to a lot of alternative rap.
Yeah.
I can't really name too many, artists. It's just I like music, you know what I mean? It kind of moves me. It brings me out of a funk. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Yeah. So like just to like turn pages a little bit on like all that we talking about, and maybe like just look ahead here, and maybe even look at like what you guys are working on respectively. Is there anything in particular you guys are working on like respectively right now, that like you maybe like want the audience to kind of like know about, like like maybe like is a particular album or EP or single?
Quite a few projects. Who wants to take the first thing?
And maybe tell us a little bit about that.
You think they can hear me from here?
Probably not.
Well,
you know what? Here, that's why we got this one.
No, you're good. Sit down.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why you got that one.
Check.
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
So here we go. So the I have an album actually coming out maybe this November for like the first album. It's like we already made an album before. Me and Sean made an album before, but that was just like only on like SoundCloud, some free download SoundCloud shit. And then, but this one coming up is it's called Blasian Persuasion, because I'm a mutt. I'm Black and Japanese and stuff.
Okay.
And,
that's hot.
And yes, hopefully coming out November 6th. These guys can talk about what they're going to do for their album, because not only that, we do have it kind of going in consecutive order. It's like a perspective that we have for it, just for everybody to get kind of touch and see what we can do in any kind of situation, because we are so diverse. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that we can do anything. You know what I mean? So that's what the first album is going to be, and that's what's kind of going to start it all off. I mean, TH3 kind of brought this from nothing to something, so that's why we got to start it off with that. And then this guy right here, you want to go ahead?
So after his album drops, then we're going to wait till December. We already almost have it like 75% of the way done. I'm dropping my first solo album. And then I don't have a name for it. I don't have anything. We just have it like majority of the way done. I still got to work on like graphics and all that stuff for it. But and then in March we're gonna do the Dummy Slick album, which is gonna have all of us. I'm trying to get like all the local artists on it, because I want I don't want crazy features. I just want the people from nearby.
Going on.
Yeah, and then my boy Domo. He was the one who like started me with like originally Dummy Slick is me, D, and Isaiah, my boy Isaiah Stearns. He does all I'm gonna teach him like how to do like the editing and all that stuff. But he does like my videos and stuff for me, because we do like YouTube videos and stuff. So outside of the music, we have that. And then I met Perry, and then we had another member. So now it's like TH3 and DSP are one and the same basically. And we have Sean. Like we're all gonna be working together. And basically, my boy D is moving back to Texas, so we can only do so much with him unless we go down there. He said like we can still work with him and everything, but it's like it sucks when people move away, and But that's what we got going on right now.
Yeah. Well, I like that, man. How about you? 36 Scars.
38 Scars.
No, I don't really have no album online. I'm just writing right now, but I'm working on something.
Okay.
He's super quiet and humble. We marketing everybody differently. I want you to. I want to let everybody know. Excuse me. Like I said, he's super humble, and I won't say super quiet, but reserved. But for the moment, we have certain artists who we marketed them more for performers and entertainers, and he's a spoken word artist and a poet. He's a writer, composer of all things. So that's what we're putting together for him right now. So he has music, yes, but that's not his primary, job. So don't look for too much music from 38 Scars. If you want to be on the lookout for 38 Scars or recorded audio albums, you want to be on the lookout for exhibitions and those type of happenings where you come in and you hearing spoken word and poetry and type things. Look for published materials. That's what you want. But outside of the crew, also, we got a lot more going on. Sean, you want to talk to him real quick? Young Twitty?
Yeah.
Young Twitty.
Man, I've been out the game for a while, man.
It's been 20 years.
I met this girl, changed my life. She got a kid, not mine, but I love him like he's mine.
Yeah.
And I've been going. That's a big change for me because Man, my whole life's been homeless, man. Like sleeping in my car. She changed my life, took me in. Love you, Alex. Yeah, she probably wants you, but she will.
Shout out.
I got something in the works, but haven't really like started on it. But it's gonna come, and when it comes, you're gonna hear it. That's for sure. Cause I put my heart into this, so you're gonna feel it. That's for sure.
I love that.
This year as a whole has been a big up.
Yeah.
The whole
It's
year
been
we've
so
done
much
so
work.
much.
Yeah.
2021 came in crazy for me, but I also wanted to say the parent company, well, my parent company, Utmost. If y'all didn't know, Side Dio, he got plenty beat tapes coming out. Just be on the lookout for that. You know, he got productions all through the industry, underground, everything. Be on the lookout for that. Young Whip, Molly Boy, Don't Shoot Him. He got a project, Shoulda Went to Harvard. That's his next mixtape. It's gonna be like a greatest hits compilation coming out. Roosevelt Bruce, he got something coming out. Be on the lookout. He got a song with PSDE Gibbs right now. It's at like 13K. Is ringing through the streets right now. Check that out. And the whole PSDE camp, shouts out to them. And within the network also, we got a lot of people through all the crews, through all the networks. You know, I don't want to leave nobody out, but that's what's just presently on the table right now. Got a few other spoken word artists, got a few people out the crew who doing things. Sean Marie shouts out. She down in Atlanta. She got the Buns and basketball series going on. That's doing a lot of
working.
Yeah. Kerry, if y'all didn't know, you know, he out there, he been shooting videos for everybody. Woke Organics. If y'all ain't heard of Woke Organics, go get it. It's all natural water from the mountains of Georgia, some spring in Georgia. I don't want to say the wrong thing and be non-exact, but the network is working. We're doing a lot of things in all areas. But shouts out to Team High Life. You know, Racine, like I said, we got a lot of talent there throughout the entire network. But back to my boys, though, you know, my boys who in-house in the studio. Like I said, don't forget these projects going on right now.
Make sure he gets some sleep, man.
Sleep, what's that?
Yeah, make sure BT gets sleep.
What's that?
I don't know what that is. Bro.
Get a nap. At least a nap.
I don't know what that is.
My ass don't go to sleep.
Yeah, well,
If you ain't heard
Yeah,
Transform
every
You
day.
Network,
Every day.
come on now. Doing Transform You Network. Shouts out again, DJ Potential. Love
Yeah.
you. Love you,
Shout
my
out,
boy.
man.
Love you, my boy.
Yeah, so man, well, man, like, you know, this is truly amazing. Like the energy in here is like, like, man, I love the direction you guys are going into. Heading into 2022. So 2022 is on the way, but you guys are working now. So and that's what I like to see, and that's what I appreciate. I think a lot of times people like to as they get close to this end, they like to get laid back and just enjoy the holidays. But I say screw all that. So just keep working, keep grinding. So like like
a lot of work to do.
I mean, there's so much in the world like that we could tackle and we could talk about. But I mean, how about we do this though? How about we give each one of you guys an opportunity, just like just leave some wisdom, and also just like a way for you guys to like be reached. If you got SoundCloud out there, maybe put them plugs in too as well. So I start from left to right here.
Talk to the people. Yeah, let them know.
Like whatever's on your mind, man.
Be honest, man. Life a bitch, that's for sure. And I've dealt with depression, anxiety, all that shit. I'll be honest. There's getaways to that shit. You ain't gotta end your life. R.I.P. to all the famous rappers out there. The shit got to their head, and I'll be honest. I don't want that for none of y'all. Like if y'all got something wrong, hit me up. Let's make a song. Music is obviously the way out for us, so let's just keep that going. And you want to follow me on SoundCloud is Young Tweety, TH3 Boyz. You already know the click.
You already know.
Specify that for them though. TH3 BOYZ.
It's TH #3.
TH #3. See, that's why it's important to
I'm gonna put that in the comment section.
I like go through.
Like I said, I've been
we go back and forth with the hashtag.
So it's TH #3.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in the conversation.
38 Scars.
Oh,
What's
that?
I'm skipping around.
I'll be crazy sometimes,
He
but
thinking
yeah,
about music. That's what he doing.
yeah. So like he said, life is a bitch. You know what I mean? It's just how you dress it. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? All I can say is just be yourself. Don't try to be what everybody else wants you to be, because that's when you're gonna fall off into the deep end. You know, just trying to keep up with the Joneses and shit. You know what I mean? I'm just what I gotta say is just be peaceful, stress free.
I love that.
You know,
I love that.
and that's to my crew too. You know, any differences, you know, just talk about it. You know, agree to disagree, then later on, just come back at it. You know what I mean? Then if you can't agree, then that's mean deplete that shit. You feel me? That's mean it's over. Let's get back on to the damn
Man,
work.
that goes for any type of relationship or
Yeah.
you know, so on all levels, man.
Most
Like, you know, family, whatever. I love that, man. That's good advice. I'm taking that.
I'll just start with my shout outs, I guess. I want to shout out all my siblings: Landon, Lillian, Natalia, Julia, Annika, Bella, my two that are up in the sky, Calvin and Angela, and my brother from another mother, Adam. All my boys: Chris Mack, Isaiah Stearns, Domo. There's so many people on my mind, bro. We're just, if you know, you know. You're all my people. I guess words of wisdom wise, don't let fear control your life. Racism, sexism, all that shit is all stemmed from fear. And if you don't have the fear of somebody different than you, then you won't have to worry about, you know, your own personal biases contradicting your mind and making you think something other than what's reality. Because people are people at the end of the day, and just because anybody looks different than you doesn't mean that they are different. You know what I'm saying? And okay, my boys Muggsy, my boys Alex.
There you go.
You know, I don't know. I don't really got too much you know, wisdom to share other than that.
I think you like laid it out perfectly.
Yeah.
So indeed.
What's your at name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook, Dummy Slick Productions, same as YouTube. TikTok, I believe, is the same thing. The website is www.dummyslickproductions.com.
Put that in there.
I think that's all I got. You can probably find like all my other stuff from those things. So
Sweet.
I'd start off with the ads, I suppose. It's Perry on Facebook. Perry BMX Savage, 3 different words for SoundCloud. Same thing for YouTube, Perry BMX Savage. But I might be changing to Perry, so, but it's Perry BMX Savage for now. Shout outs, hi mom, you know. Shout out to all my BMX riders. Sean's already here, so that's pretty dope. Shout out to Kuko for giving us a great facility that's been going on outside for 23 years, a wooden skate park called B3. So shout out to that skate park. It definitely reached me to everything and everyone. For something, I guess, motivational is like how these guys say, you know, there's so much, you know, bad stuff that goes on in the world with people, you know, with themselves, with items. You know what I mean? You know, your fucking laptop may mess up, you know. You always gotta remember to smile at least. For real. You know, like smile, but don't smile to fake it. Smile to make it. You know, make it better, because, you know, a while back, you know, when I was young, you know, I was grounded practically all my fucking teenage years. But you know, I've always made sure that I smiled and meant it, because, you know, a lot of people don't have time to smile. A lot of people are busy with whatever they're doing with their lives, and like literally smiling is something extremely powerful for me. And it's what helps push you through even in your like darkest hour. As long as you smile or tell yourself a joke, give yourself some leeway, you know, because everybody's going through so many different negative annotations and this and that and the other. And that's one thing that we all have in common, is that we all going through some dumb shit. So since it's just dumb shit in general, no matter what it is, smile, because you're going to get through it, and you know you're strong enough to do it. So,
and they say he's not Japanese. I love that.
I found a couple more names, you know, just to quick start off with anybody. My boy Steven Tats Jewelry, you know, let's just gonna go down. My mom, my grandma, you know, of course, the family is included. We already talked about my boy Nate, my boy Aaron Barron. We already talked about Raphael a little bit. My boy Malachi Call, he's in Indiana. He was like one of the people that really started doing entertainment. So we did like a prank. I forgot that we didn't ever talk about it. We did like a prank thing. We did like a whole web thing when we were like in high school. So that was great. Like all my friends from that. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to Gino, Russell, my cousin Gavin. Just everybody, Don Sherrill, anybody that I love, you know, all my people, they know who I love.
And I love that. I love that.
He's like, if I don't say a couple more, then they probably gonna get pissed.
You gotta win. Like you gotta win. Like you gotta get a win. I love that, man.
And I want to go off of what he said, like a smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like in society, like I walk a lot. You know what I mean? I like to walk. When you go out in society and you walk, you get to see a lot of things. A lot of people walk around with their heads down, or some people just not. You know what I mean? Even a compliment, you know, it changes a whole person's perspective.
That's true.
You feel me? They could be on the point of disaster. You can be, oh, I like those joints. You know what I mean? It might change. It might change this whole perspective. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, you never know what anybody going through. So just don't judge a person. Don't judge a person because you never know what that next person. That could be you. You feel me? Yeah. So don't ever judge a person, man. Just try to uplift people. I mean, if they don't want to change, that's on them. But just the word of mouth, getting it out there, puts a seed in their head, and later on they might ponder on that. You know?
Yeah, it's the power of the tongue, man. You know what I'm saying? Always.
The biggest shouts out to you two beautiful people for putting this together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I be spacing out.
Hey, I know, man. You got some good stuff.
Oh man, you know I always have something. I don't even know what I want to give right now. Well, I guess if we give them words of wisdom, I'm gonna just leave everybody with the same thing I leave anybody trying to do something. If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. Meaning, anytime you have an opportunity, you have a chance to do something, don't worry about if you got enough money, you got the right clothes, the right look, the right this, the right that. Bring forth what is within you. It will save you. It will get you 10 times further. If you ever don't give, if you sandbag, if you ever give less than what you can, it's going to destroy you each and every time. So that's what I tell everybody. You know what? Always be ready. Always give it. Whatever you got at the moment, your 70% in your mind might be 10, 100,000 million% of what it takes to get this thing done, but you don't know because you're not willing to try. And that not trying is what's going to destroy you. You not stepping up to the table. But that's the wisdom. If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. We going to work. Here on, we've been working. We've been doing this. We're going to keep at it. And pretty much, just to find me, Google or Facebook search Modern Day Pharaoh Services Association. Modern Day Pharaoh Services Association. That is Modern Day Pharaoh Services. You'll find out what that's about. Modern Day Pharaoh Entertainment, which is the marketing and managing company, which also does the consulting and whatnot and the booking for artists. That's who we are here for. Ron Carroll Styling Company, y'all gonna see that, and the Rise of Pharaoh Institute. That's an educational and instructional institution that's gonna be coming up in 2023. You'll see it's gonna be accredited. It's gonna be the new wave in education and instruction for people all around the world. Trust me, that's gonna be a global thing. But outside of that, man, shouts out to everybody who ever been affiliated with Utmost Incorporated LLC. I don't even want to say specific names of anybody. Shouts out to the original 5. Of course, shouts out to this man right here because he started me my first professional wave, DJ Potential. Thank you. Me and this man, no lie, me and this man, we built whole studios and recorded entire albums overseas while literally fighting a war at the same time. Like we did that, staging shows, doing a lot. And he got me my first feel. He taught me how to make beats. But so shouts out to him, shouts out to the old 5. And shouts out to my brother too, because he got me writing raps again when I was 11. He got me back on it. My brother Turtle, free him till I see him. But I just want to give them shouts out if any. So love everybody.
Funny. I like that. Free him till I see him.
Free him till I see him. He doing the
That's real.
Free him till I see him.
Hey man, Yeah.
If I had one last thing to say, we basically don't let we're all sharing the world at the same time. We all just happen to be living on Earth here at the same time. So don't let your perspective of reality and the world blend, and don't think your perspective is the definitive perspective. That's the best way I could I guess go about. There's always people doing we're all sharing the world at the same time. Nobody knows what's going on, bro. So why be a dick? You know what I'm saying?
Don't be one.
I want to say one more thing to end it off. One of my favorite mottos is the secret to getting ahead is getting started. And that's what we're doing right now. We're getting started, and best believe you're going to hear from us.
That's a good one.
TH3,
Gummy Slick,
Utmost.
38 Scars.
Hey.
Utmost.
Like I said, I've been out the game. Like, this is my first day meeting this man right here, this man too right here. So
we just went to school together.
So yeah, man, just keep grinding, never stop.
Never stop.
Wait till y'all hear that shotgun single, though.
I want to say
we got a lot coming up for you.
I want to say one last thing. Put the guns down and stop the violence.
Yes,
absolutely.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Hey, that's gotta be
We're about to
said.
go perform a song. I'm about to go perform a song tonight about that.
That's gotta be said. So man, appreciate y'all so much for coming by.
We appreciate you too, brother.
And making the journey to visit and to shop and talk with us, man. It's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure. You guys are truly a blessing. You guys made history here tonight. For the we just reopened the studio just this year. So you guys are the first to do in person. In this, so we are definitely going to get a picture, of you guys, and you guys can go on the wall, So
I'm gonna put y'all on the wall.
So y'all going on the wall, definitely going on the wall. Go get y'all. We're gonna get a nice little frame, put you on the wall. And so my people out there, that's watching, those who's gonna be listening to the playback, you heard all the plugs. We'll have all that and much more in the episode description. You can find that to the left or the right or to the bottom or up and down, however you are watching or however you're listening. Check it out right now and make sure you share with somebody someone you don't know. It doesn't matter. You want to do it right now. And while you're at it, how about you play this back a couple of times? Play it back 15 times.
15,
you
30,
want it to
40.
digest in your system. You want it to saturate in your brain. So take the time out right now to do that. And by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the show. You can find us on any podcast app, your favorite app, however you listen to music, however you listen to podcasts. We are right there. And of course, you can always go to the website, transformuradio.com. Hit that play button. You can count on listening to 24/7 music around the clock, as well as the plug of this interview somewhere in the mix of that. And don't forget, you can count on finding plenty of articles. Go over to transformu.us. You can find premium interviews and film there as well, along with my brand new documentary and much more being added. So check it out there. And join us next time for another amazing show of the Kinetic PE Mix Show. This was going down in groundbreaking history. I'm ecstatic. I'm excited. I got my wifey with me. She helped me out. So man, this is definitely great. So until next time, I'm DJ Potential. Many blessings, peace, and lots of love. We are out.
That was beautiful, man.
It's the kinetic energy, kinetic energy, man. DJ